Maybe. It's just the whole thing is so strange.
Okay, that's the other question, David, because I know on this podcast we've questioned the veracity of the Kemsley wealth, the Kemsley empire. Do you think that she was telling the truth, that she really does buy all that stuff, that none of it's loaned to her? And if so, where is that money coming from?
Well, that was the thing. I thought it was really funny when they were having that conversation at the reunion and Andy was like speechless. And I'm like, Andy, you need to listen to the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast. Because I've said a million times, like, Balmain and Balenciaga and Hermes and Louis are not giving Dorit Kemsley a discount. So it was funny when Andy was like, I don't understand. Like, you're showing it on the show, and I'm like, yeah, that might work for like Trey Giudice, where like the local, like mom and pop, like over there in New Jersey gives her 13 outfits to wear. But I mean, right. I just thought it was funny because Andy isn't really into fashion or whatever. And the girls were just like, oh my God, is Andy this clueless? And I was saying the same thing because we talked. I mean, they don't give discounts at like Balenciaga and
right.
Not for Dorit and probably not for anybody.
Right. It's not, here's your 15% off friends and family. Like those brands don't operate like that. I did think it was pretty shady though for him to ask her that question, because I don't think he would have asked the other housewives that question.
No, I don't think so. So I don't know. It's like, it's just so interesting, but it's a horrible thing. I mean, the thing is, it's like thinking about that vision is what freaks me out the most. Like if you are asleep and wake up and there are people in your house.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I don't even know if you can go and film. I mean, like, this is a big thing.
I want off this show. My social media is deactivated. It's gone. I want to be a private, rich person with a lot of security and safety. That's where I'd immediately go there. And I would I would be like, sorry, I'm off this show. It's not worth it to me. Like I'm done.
Totally. And like Kim went on with her life, but she did make massive changes. She did.
Right. And she went dark for a solid amount of time. I want to say like 3 to 4 months.
Right.
Maybe longer. Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Completely dark. So the idea that you would be like, all right, I guess I have to start filming at noon. We got to get this hot drama. I don't know. I think Dorit is a really nice person. I'm not trying to come for her, especially like I actually started crying when I read the news. So I definitely felt a lot of empathy for her. And I think that it's horrible. So it's just interesting, I guess, to see how it will be handled and maybe we'll be totally wrong. Like maybe they'll show it and they'll show her like not wanting to film at all. And that'll be the story. I don't know.
Right. And they'll like find these people and they'll have, and like that, we're like not coming for her. We're just saying, putting this horrible thing aside, this is what's being said. And like, it's just, again, I hope it's not true because it's so sick and insane if that's the case.
Right.
Whoa, you guys, there's breaking news right now that Tom Girardi actually apprehended the robbers.
Are you kidding me? Are you joking?
No, I'm just joking.
I was like, huh? It's just...
Because you know how he fought off the robbers in his own house? So maybe this would be his tale of redemption. And that's actually going to be the first episode of next season. Then
PK, when he was coming back from London, flipped his car 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it gets like so much more complicated because like I'm friends with Dana Wilkey. Do you know I had Dana Wilkey?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
so like,
of course.
Do you know how she's now involved in this? Do you know all this? Like
she's involved?
Well, okay, she's not involved in the robbery. She's just involved in, she posted, like Dana's brand is say a little different than my brand. I mean, I conduct interviews and sometimes do like talks like this. But, Dana's brand, I mean, I call her a gossip monger. She tells me that that's very offensive. I'm like, it's a term of endearment. That's your, that's like your brand, sweetie. So,
I mean, I was a subscriber to her Patreon and like, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like literally it's like 5 documents a day that are like gossipy documents, like court documents about celebrities or about Bravo celebrities. It's like hilarious.
I mean, it's just, I don't like any of those types of podcasts. That's just me because I am like, I just want to know the facts. So I don't want to know all this speculation and all this other crap. But like, like we can start at A. I'm going to tune out from B to Y. And when we get to Z, like, let me know what the deal is. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but Dana posted something. I don't even know what, I don't understand what it was. She posted something on her Instagram the night before this happened to call out PK and Dorit about just if I think about the fact that like they owe money or whatever it was. I don't pay attention to the facts. And then PK said, "You are my see you next Tuesday of the week." Remember those DMs that I got from PK where he told apparently Mr. Kemsley does like to just sit there, I guess, and troll Instagram and see who's talking about him and then tell them to fuck off. So
he engages. Wow.
PK engages. So whereas I got the DMs and I'm now blocked by Mr. Kemsley, Dana wasn't blocked, but she got like my see you next Tuesday of the week is Dana. And here's why. She either wants more followers or she's using my family just to get whatever. So he said that. So she reposted that, of course, like you never engage because that's just going to help the other person's case. Whereas I just am like, okay, let me file these DMs away. Like I really don't give a fuck. Dana took that and ran with it. So now what happens is Miss Mellencamp, oh yeah, the plot thickens. Miss Mellencamp, some call her Teddi, responded, sent Dana DMs and also publicly called out Dana and said, "Look what you're disgusting. Look what you did." Meaning like you put this up there and it had their address on it. Dana has then responded and said it never had their address. It had like the street they lived on. And, you know, it's public knowledge where someone lives. Like it's not that hard to find.
I doubt that these robbers or ne'er-do-wells are trolling Dana's feed. Like, I don't know. That seems like huge coincidence.
Drone footage of everyone's house.
Right.
There's exterior shots. It does not take much to figure out where these people live. Like it's very easily Googleable. So the idea that it's Dana's fault is ridiculous, but also it's hilarious to me because Dana's podcast and entire brand is like pure speculation, 100% gossip, 100% rumor mongering. It's like kind of like it's like Star Magazine version of like a podcast.
Right. And I'm not shading her. It's just not it's not my shtick. It's not my thing, you know?
Right. Right.
Like, I don't want to read the National Enquirer about Bennifer if it's like not true. Like, is it true or not? Like, I don't need to hear, like, I'm not into fan fiction and fantasies, you know, like, so I just don't, you know, listen, I don't even enjoy talking about Erica as much as I do. I had Catherine on. That's what the people wanted. I like doing interviews, but yeah, I don't know. But that is now what happened. And Teddi said that, and Dana has since taken this down. And I don't know. It's all just a bunch of people who I don't even know.
Oh, well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. I definitely feel for Dorit.
Yeah.
I want that to be the ending note of this conversation, because, you know, people, whatever the speculation is, it is just speculation. And I think we should take it at face value on some level, given how horrible that experience would be. And it most likely is true.
And I mean, if you have a gun in your face, right, your thoughts are A, I'm gonna die, and B, my children are gonna die, period. Like, I don't know where your head, I don't think there's any in between. I think you immediately just go to like, let's deal with the end result here. So that's got to be, I don't know how you get
her life is forever changed, for sure. She'll have PTSD for sure.
That's kind of what I think. Well, right, so that is our main overtake, that this is horrible for Dorit. Anyway, moving on. You are here now to discuss a show which no one has really been discussing lately, is Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, David, I'm so excited to talk with you about all things VPR. I was not going to watch this season, actually, at all.
Okay.
Because I am captivated by Stassi Schroeder, and I do think Jax makes for great television. I think Kristen Doty gave us many gifts. And so I assumed that without them on the show,